Hello, this is Lucinda and I'm doing my first book tag ever. This was created by Jeremy at Matham Books, and I've seen it going around YouTube, so I just decided I'd make a tag because I haven't done one before or posted one, as I'm quite new to the booktubing community. Is that how you say it? Well, anyway, it's basically you have a letter for each question, like A, B, C, that kind of thing. So the first question is inside flap, back of book summaries, too much or not enough. When I'm trying to pick a book to read, I don't want the summary to be too much so it ruins the book or like gives away big plot points. I'd rather just discover the story for myself and not have to read it all in a few paragraphs that'll spoil it or whatever. But that's just me. Like, hardback books can do that because in the inside flap I find that a lot of hardbacks have a lot of information about the plot summary, and I think it should only be enough so it intrigues you into finding out what it's about, and not too much that'll put you off because it just tells you what happens or tells you all the plot. So yeah, not too short, but just the basic gist of the plot so it can make you decide if you want to buy it or not. Next one is N. New books format. Audiobook, hardcover, paperbacks or ebooks. First of all, I'd like to say that I've never ever listened to a book via an audio device. I've never listened to any audiobook before. But I've heard the Harry Potter ones read by Stephen Fry. The UK editions are quite good, so I might have to check them out. But I don't know, just if I listen to a book using an audio book, it won't be the same because you won't actually look at the words on the page, it'd just be someone talking to you, so I think I'd find that quite weird. But I don't know which book I'd want to try reading or listening to via an audio book, but I don't know, I might try it in the future, but I'm okay reading no books for now. But anyway, on my shelves I've got a variety of hardbacks, paperbacks, and I've also got a Kindle, so but I'd say that I probably have the most I mainly have paperbacks on my shelves, but I do have a shelf dedicated to hardcovers and my Kindle, but I've read about half the stuff on my Kindle. I still have quite a bit to read on it, but I think I'd prefer paperbacks because they're easier to hold, and like, especially if you just sat in your bed or somewhere, they're easy to hold. There's nothing wrong with hardbacks, but I think I prefer paperbacks. But then again, when some books are published, they release hardback editions, and then when they release the paperback editions, it totally looks different, like the cover's changed. I don't really mind, but I'd say for most comfortable reading, I prefer paperbacks. So, S. Scribbling. Notes in books, annotations, etc. Do you ever scribble in your books? I don't think I've ever scribbled in any books I've had in my life. Well, I might have scribbled in some when I was young, like when I used to have Harry Potter books for the first time. I think I put my name in them in bad handwriting, because I was probably very young. But now I wouldn't dream of writing in a book or doing anything to deface it. I try and take care of books the best I can, so I would never write in a book, even just to put my name. I just don't like the thought of doing that. I like to take care of books, so I've never annotated one or scribbled in one, apart from when I was younger, and probably did a lot, but not now, when I read now. In your best book voice, read for us your favourite first sentence from a book. Now, I actually have a few, I don't know if that's allowed, but anyway, 2 are from Harry Potter books, because it's like one of my favourite series ever. And one I can say from memory. Mrs. Dursley of 4 Privet Drive, we're proud to say that they were very normal, thank you very much. And the next one's from Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which is the villagers of Little Hangleton still called it the Riddle House, even though it had been many years since the Riddle family had lived there. I just think that's a real good one, and that's from the Goblet of Fire because the story is completely, well, it's not unrelated, but most of the chapters start with Harry, like Harry in the Dursley house. And this one, you read about little Hangleton and you wonder, what's that about, how is it connected to the story and Harry Potter, but you find out eventually how it's connected. So yeah, and it's one of my favourites in the series, so yep. The next one is Dead Until Dark by Charlaine Harris. This is the first book in the Sookie Stackhouse series. I'd been waiting for the vampire for years when he walked into the bar. I think that's a really good first sentence. It's been a while since I've read this book, since I've only read most of the series once. I haven't reread one, although I plan to. But yeah, I just think it's a good opening sentence, and it makes you think, vampires? Why are the vampires here? What did you like about vampires? It just makes you want to know more, in my opinion. And it's a pretty unique opening sentence. So 2 more to go. The third one is The Bad Beginning by Lemony Snicket. This is the first book in a series of Unfortunate Events series. And it is: if you are interested in stories with happy endings, you would be better off reading some other book. In this book, not only is there no happy ending, there is no happy beginning, and very few happy things in the middle. Now, this is aimed at like young teenagers or older children, I guess. But it's it's quite a dark one for something aimed at children, but I really love this series. I really love the books and how they're written in a unique way. How Lemony Snicket always describes everything, like if he puts a long word he always describes what it means, and I just really like his writing style and the way the books are written. And I love the covers as well. They're really nice and gothic and eerie, and I just love the series in general, even though I haven't finished it yet. And finally, the last one is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. This is one of my favourite books and series ever. I love it and I could reread it lots and lots of times. When I wake up, the other side of the bed is cold. My fingers stretch out, seeking Prim's warmth, but finding only the rough canvas cover of the mattress. She must have had bad dreams and climbed to win our mother. Of course she did. This is the day of the reaping. I love that first sentence. It just tells you so much about the story. Makes you wonder what the reaping is, who Prim is, and I just think it's a really good opening sentence. And like I mentioned, it's one of my favourite books ever, so I'll never get tired of reading it. They are my first sentences. D. Does it matter to you whether the author is male or female? To me, it doesn't matter whatsoever. As long as the book's well written, it's got a good story, good characters, etc. I don't care if they're male or female. As long as they can write a book, I'll read it. I read books. I've got a varied number of male and female authors on my shelves. Like J.K. Rowling, Charlaine Harris, they're female and I like them. But I've also got people like Michael Grant, James Dashner, Jonathan Maybearer, just lots of people, Steve Larson as well. I don't even mind, as long as they can write a good book, that'll make me pick it up and read it. Next question is E. Ever read ahead? I try not to do this because I don't want the book to be spoiled, and I feel like if you read ahead to the last page or the last few chapters, it would totally ruin the book for you. So I don't do this, but if I'm reading a slow book or one that I want to finish, or I'm not really enjoying it, then I might just skip ahead a few pages or chapters and to see if it's going to get better, or because sometimes when you're not enjoying one you just want it to end, but I try not to do it. Even if I don't like it, I try and stick it out till the end if it's not a very large book and I don't have long to go. So organised shelves. Organised shelves are outrageous. My bookshelf is pretty outrageous. I have one big shelf and two smaller shelves, and even though I've tried to keep them organised and tidy over the years, they're just spiraled out of control, and other things in addition to books are on there. Like I've got a whole one of box sets, DVDs, just lots of random crap that I just put there. So yeah, they're pretty outrageous, but I don't mind. I will run out of room soon, but I'm not bothered because I love adding books to my shelf. Under Earth, have you ever read a book based on the cover? Under Earth, have you ever bought a book based on the cover alone? I don't think I have done, to be honest. I always try and read the back, read the blurb, to make sure, just to see if I'd like the plot summary and if I'd like it based on the back, because I don't want to waste money on something that I won't end up enjoying. But I think that having a nice cover makes you at least pull it out of the shelf or look at it on Amazon or whatever, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to buy it once you've looked at the summary or whatever. But no, I don't think I have anyway, or I can't remember doing. The last one is to take it outside to read or stay in. Mainly I read books inside. Obviously not going to take it out when it's like raining or snowing or whatever, but sometimes if it's a sunny day it makes you just want to sit out with a nice cold beverage or a nice snack and just read if it's warm. But no, I mainly tend to stay inside whilst reading so I don't damage the book. But that's it. And that's the end of the tag. Thank you for doing it, Matham Books, and please comment if you like it. Bye.